Hey guys, what's happening? DroneBee here, and it's been a while since I've made a video. I've been getting over a cold, but I'm feeling good today. It's been a pretty quiet couple of really quiet. I was going to say a couple of days, but it's been longer than that. It's been probably a week or two since we've had a Rome event, but we have had some really cool multi-day long events going on. We had one that the tiers dropped hero medals as the prizes. So hopefully you guys are able to hop on that. I think I got like 360,000 Ignis medals, and that's what I needed. I'm going to work on leveling up my Ignis. I need to get him to 100, but it also dropped like every hero's medals. So that's really cool. It even dropped heroic medals for some of the heroes. It might just be for the people who have the hero above 100, it might have dropped the heroic. I'm not sure how they factored it in, or if they gave everybody heroic for Noctis and Luna and Prompto. But I got some. But I am waiting to use my medals until a really good monster event. If we can get more of the Moogle credit monsters that drop Moogle credits, or a really good realm boss, I need one that drops a lot of divine scrolls, because that's what's preventing me from having all T7 unlocked. I'm losing track of what I'm even on these days. But yeah, it's been quiet. The only thing that's been going on with me that's just not really exciting, but I keep having people raid my expansions like crazy. And me and a lot of other people have been sending in tickets to Machine Zone saying, hey man, it's not cool that people can just bubble and then raid your expansions. There's nothing you can do about it unless you're logging in every 45 minutes to clear them out. Which I would do a pretty good job during the day, but come nighttime, man, I'm not waking up in the middle of the night to empty these out. So it's kind of annoying, but Machine Zone answered us, guys, somewhat. It's there's always a catch, right? The cool thing is we have these garrisons. So it's a new feature in the game. It's sort of like an expansion building. It's a garrison that you can make on the map, and it sounds like, now I haven't built it yet, so take my words with a grain of salt. There might be some catch that I don't know about. I really don't know, but it looks like you can level up this garrison, and it'll buff your troops, at least your garrison troop HP and garrison troop attack. So I don't know why you would want to buff your troops in the garrison, but so here we'll go ahead and show you guys what this looks like, because one of my guild members did get it. I haven't heard from him how it works yet, but this is what it looks like on the map. And oh, notice these all change colors that are immediately around it, so I'm guessing those are the expansions that are protected. So it looks like it can protect, in theory, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Wait, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It can, in theory, protect 8 expansions if the expansions are directly around it. But I don't know. So how this works is you have to reinforce it, and you can only have one reinforcing march on it. So it looks like a bunch of people can put troops in it. Level 1 holds up to 2 million, but that's as far as I know. I don't know how this works. Hopefully we'll find out soon when somebody attacks his expansions how it works. You might have to defeat the garrison before it lets you attack. I really have no idea. So I look forward to knowing more about that in the future, and I'll update you guys as soon as I can, as soon as I have any information on it. They also, along with that, they allow us to go beyond level 10 now. So we can go all the way up to level 20 on our expansions. And at level 20, they get crazy boosts. So if you're curious, you can actually look. If you click on any expansions, and then the information icon here, the exclamation point, you can see the buffs. So this guy has, and you can see what the buffs look like at level 10. It produces 1,000 an hour, which is pretty good. That's actually a usable amount. Mine's only at 4 or 5, and it just isn't enough to really even be noticeable. But once you start getting above 10, it produces a lot of materials. And then the march sizes get crazy. Look at that. We're talking 30,000 at a level 10 well. Nice. And good buffs too. So that's really cool. Even this, like the armor one's really cool. That might be my favorite. Look at that, 4,350% armor at level 7. That's nuts. So I like this. It's cool that you can go beyond 10. Now, so I've been thinking about this. Is that expansion, is the Garrison worth getting? And in my opinion, it's not. Not unless your expansions are really, really leveled. I mean, it would be nice to protect. Like for me, the only expansion that really produces anything that I care about is the Moogle market. So, you know, it would be nice to protect the Moogle credits, but it's a long-term investment before that Garrison would protect this enough to justify it. And the other thing is I'd have to re-teleport. Like right now, if I moved my empire here, I could protect 4 of my expansions, but these 3 would be unprotected anyway. So I'd have to get a teleport to and move some stuff. Yeah, it's kind of annoying. Like if that Garrison, so you get the Garrison blueprints is how it works. And if your Garrison blueprints come with, you know, Empire expansion teleports, it'd be kind of nice. But I haven't seen it yet. I haven't seen anything too exciting that comes with the Garrison blueprints. So that's that. In other news, if you guys want to do really good on these event campaigns, as long as this Conquer Sanctum of Power event is here, this is like the best event. It only takes 2 runs to get the 320, so to get the tier 3, and it drops all kinds of good stuff. You get, I mean, look at that. That's pretty awesome. You get tons of medallions. You get a Phoenix Down, excuse me. Down? I feel like it should be Dawn, right? But Down. Phoenix Down, whatever Down is. We've got an Adventures contract and a Gift Adventures contract. Plus the Adventures chests are nice too, and a Stamina potion. So, yeah, kind of cool. I'm going to keep doing that, and I'm going to keep doing the day mini events as long as they're here. The Adventures Day mini events. So every hour I can, I try to do this. Most of them drop an Adventures contract still, but not the material mini events. And there's another one that doesn't drop them also, but most of the time you can get a contract that way. So that's really what I've been doing. I've just been doing tons of runs. It'd be nice to go into what gear is worth powering up past Legendary, because it turns out powering up your gear past Legendary it's just awesome. Like the buffs you get as you get higher and higher are really, really good. Like this makes your old bad gear actually useful again. And one of my favorites that I've powered up so far is the Aranea's gear. Like look at this boost real quick, guys. So you get troop attack bonus, cavalry attack bonus, lightning troop attack bonus, and armor piercing. So here I have one accessory at level 10, and these buffs are gigantic. 590 troop attack, 650 cavalry attack, 221% lightning elemental troop attack bonus, and 187% armor piercing. Like, I'm seriously thinking it probably wouldn't be that difficult to power up all your Aranea gear to be better than your good gear, like your Archean gear or your Infernian gear. Because it's tough to get power-ups for the Archean and the Infernian gear. Well, it looks like I got enough for this one, but it takes so much that it's... I say that. Oh, nice. Yeah, I'm going to keep powering this one up. But look at that. 200... Wait, actually, that's not the correct place to look at the total buffs. Let's look at the total buffs here. Let me show you guys just how good some of this powered up gear is. Even like this trash gear that you can power up, it's still pretty good. So, for instance, let's look at this accessory. This accessory right now, 590% troop attack, 650% cavalry attack, 187% armor piercing. Boom, and that's with no gems at a level 10, so you can go quite a bit higher than that. You can go all the way to 20 if your Mythic Forge is leveled up. Now let's come down here and look at the Infernian accessories. Yeah, and these Infernian accessories are pretty expensive to power up, but 321% troop attack bonus. So, you know, this is unpowered up, but I can't power it up because I don't have the materials. But so yeah, this is as good as this Infernian accessory gets for me right now since I don't have the materials. Yeah, and you could power up probably the Aranea gear to level 10 before you could power this one up to 1 on the power haul runs. But look at this, 321% troop attack bonus. So guess what? The Aranea accessory beats it. We got 47% troop HP. That comes from the gym here, so we can ignore that. We got the troop armor comes from the gym also. We can ignore that.
and some of the warrior attack comes from the accessory, but look at 381. That's a lot less than the 600 something % cavalry. So you know, I'm thinking that that other accessory is already better than this one. So I'm gonna have to gem that up. I mean, isn't that cool? Like, yeah, I like how our just old trash gear can be useful again. What else we got? So right now that's my favorite gear to power up, but if you're looking for defense, the Undertaker gear is awesome to power up. The Undertaker gear, it's probably the best gear for defense to power up. I mean, it's so good. I don't have any powered up on this account, but I plan to power some up. And the Sentinel gear is really good powered up also. Like, you do really good with, like, let's say 5 Undertaker gear pieces powered up, and then 2 Sentinel gear pieces. That's a really good set powered up. And there's also the Guardian gear. And the Guardian gear is awesome if you can power it up too. But again, it takes a higher grade material to power up the Guardian gear. So I'd rather have, you know, Undertaker and Sentinel powered way up. But if you can, the Guardian gear is pretty good powered up too. I wouldn't hate on, like, I would definitely recommend the Guardian gear if you have it and you have the materials to power it up. But, you know, if not, no problem. The Sentinel powered up is good enough. It is good enough. What else we got? I powered up some Gunslinger just to see what the buffs look like, and they're really small. So I definitely avoid the Gunslinger gear. Even if you want Warrior, you know, you'd have to go all the way to 20 before you really see much. So right now, yeah, right now, really all of the level 1 gear, except for the Sentinel, I probably wouldn't power up. Some people have been powering up like Hunter, and I guess it's just for the hero attack bonus. But I'll probably avoid that. What else we got here? But again, I think this gear is pretty good, especially because cavalries are so awesome. I'd rather have, I think I'm going to power up an entire set of this gear. I really do, because that armor piercing, imagine having that on all your gear pieces. You're going to, like, ignore almost everybody's armor, which would be pretty awesome. And in cavalries, I don't have T7 cavalry yet, but I'd love to get that. And I would love to have, and that's cool looking gear too. Like, look at this weapon, man. That's a sweet looking weapon. I'd love to power that thing up. Yeah, so that's probably my favorite gear powered up for offense. And the cool thing too is it's not that difficult to get a full legendary set doing the guild hall runs. It's not that tough. Like, you could probably do it, you know, in a couple weeks grinding it out. And I've definitely been powering up this gear too. That's why I haven't powered up my Sentinel gear yet on this account, is because I really want to get, I want to be able to solo the dungeons. And there's people who can solo the dungeons. They have these, like, once you get up to around 15 on each of these, you can solo the dungeons. You know, mine are, I'm pretty far from that. I probably could power these up quite a bit right now, actually. I'll need to open up some chests. I take it back. But that's my favorite gear. Let's take a look at some of these others. You could probably avoid powering up most of the monster gear. It just doesn't seem all that spectacular. But then again, you know, it's cheap to power it up too, so that's all up to you guys. It's all up to you. Now, I've noticed that this gear actually gives you pretty good buffs. Look at that. 93 and 187. You could get really strong mage attack from the Chief Inquisitor gear. Like, really strong. That's cool. I might try that out at some point. But for me, I am sticking to this Archean helmet. Is so good that I'm going to power this one up a ton. And I'd like to power up some of my Infernian gear, but I'm afraid to waste too many chests on it yet. Like, I'm trying to decide if that's really what I want to power up or not. But I'll probably will at some point. Yeah, probably will at some point. And if you're after warrior attack, you know, you could do the Reaper gear. Gives you pretty good warrior attack buffs as you level it up. So you could do that. And then the Guardian gear. Not the Guardian gear, excuse me, the Galatian gear. Do I have any Galatian gear pieces at Legendary? That's a good question. On my other account, I do. Maybe not on this one, though.
let's see if we can do that. Let's see if I can power up any of my Galatian gear to legendary. Whoop, that's not what we want. Let's see. Galatian accessories are usually okay. Yeah, let's do this. So I'll show you guys the buffs here. But that's really the best mage gear right now. That's the only mage gear unless you want to power up the Chief Inquisitor. So let's check this out. Let's go into power up past legendary. Let's see what we get on the Galatian gear here. So yeah, tons of mage attack, and then the cripple enemy warrior HP. And the really cool thing about this, guys, I've been thinking about this. How the unlocks work past T6 and T7 is you pretty much can get the warriors. You have to get the warriors before you get all the ones subsequent, or it's easiest to get the warriors. So there's a lot of people out there with only T7 warriors. In fact, my account right now is only T7 warriors. So if you have really strong mage attack gear, I mean, that would be good for defense because it's going to be, most of the time, it's going to be warriors attacking you. Probably 70% of the time, it's people coming at you with warriors, especially with the Infernian gear. So if you can get a buff or a debuff on those troops attacking you to lower their HP, that could be pretty awesome, especially when it powers up your mages also. So I'm really thinking about trying to get all this gear, and it'd be cool to have a set of cavalry attack buff gear, a set of mage attack buff gear, and also a set of warrior attack gear. It'd be cool to be versatile. If you see a rally coming at you with all, say all warriors, for instance, throw on your Galatian gear set that's powered up. If you see an attack coming at you with all cavalry, you can throw on your Infernian gear or your Reaper gear powered up. There's so many different things you could do. So I'm really planning on having multiple gear sets and have them each just ready for battle. Again, on this account, I'm more of an attacking account right now than defense. So I'll wait to power up the Undertaker, and I'll wait to power up the Sentinel until, if I start falling behind, it'd be nice to have that gear powered way up. But in the meantime, I'm pumped. I need to get so I need to level up my Ignis. I need to research T7 Cavalry, and I'm gonna get that Aranea gear just upgraded like mad. And then in the meantime, I'm gonna keep doing these Sanctum of Power runs because I've got 100-something contracts now. I'm just falling way behind on using those. So I got to keep doing that. I need to get a full set of Galatian gear, and I need to power up that stuff. That's what I'm working on. So you guys, hope you guys are doing good. What else is happening, man? It's been kind of a quiet week. Oh, I didn't make a video on it, but we did get a new mercenary troop. It was an event. There was a neutral realm event, and it was I think a Shiva realm event. Is that the name of the realm? Something like that. A frozen. It was like a whole cool frozen realm that we could teleport to and kill cryonids, and then loot their tiles. Now the downside, and this is always the catch, is they didn't drop mercenary materials. So unless you had a ton of mercenary rations, it wasn't worth farming them too much. But I was able to farm up enough, and I hit that level 7 fighting pits. Again, I really don't recommend. I mentioned in a previous video the best buildings to upgrade, and this would probably be the last building I would upgrade. And if I knew that these guys required mercenary rations to train, I probably wouldn't have leveled up my fighting pits. But they are good. They're a tier 8 equivalent, and they have a strength against non-elemental troops. So it would be nice to have some of those, but I blew all my mercenary rations on them, so I can't train anything forever until they give me a way to get mercenary rations. But that's the way it works. Sometimes there's always a caveat. Always a caveat in this game. Machine Zone loves doing that to us. You're like, hey, here's a bone, but in order to get this bone, you got to jump through 5 hurdles and do a bunch of magic tricks, or buy a bunch of packs. So that's the way it is. That's the way it is. But I hope you guys are doing good, and I'm going to shut this down and start farming some more and more Guildhall Sanctums of Power. Cheers, guys. Take it easy.